What? When a rich woman is feeding sardines to Flipper, she drops her diamond bracelet and Flipper's accused of eating it. He's again in danger of being cut open.
Cut him open! Vaginoplasty, yes. Rhinoplasty, yes.
Penis to vagina.
Yes.
Welcome to Stand-Up Saturday on MKUSUAL. We were just singing our favorite musical, Amelia Perez.
Yeah, it's really relatable because when I worked for the cartel and I wanted to disappear,
You were a woman then.
they turned my pussy inside out and gave me an Adam's apple.
Well, we have a big board. You can't see it behind us. It says, "What is hack?" So far, we have no answers.
Well, I drew an arrow that points to some other stuff we're working on the podcast.
Which is hack. All of this is hack.
Selling merch, hack.
Dude, fucking...
Ad revenue from social media, hack. Supporting yourself with your creative endeavors, hack.
Traveling around the different places doing comedy, hack.
It's been done.
It's all been done. Tell me, I pray, good sir, what are you offering up today? Is it from this week?
It's from, what is today? I think this is from Thursday.
Yeah.
So.
I want to talk about the JFK files so bad, but it's not that day. Okay.
We'll derail this at the end.
We'll derail this by the time it's over. All right, is this... Oh, that's not you. All right. Fresh video. I need to get an iPhone. Your camera's so much better. Nick Dominique.
Okay, you're next, guys. Let's give it up for Nick Dominique!
How we doing, fuckers? We doing okay? All right. I have an ex-girlfriend. She used to say this thing to me. She used to say, she was born in the Netherlands, and she used to say, why do we call my vagina the Holland Tunnel? I was like, the Holland Tunnel, like in New York? She's like, yeah. So I threw 75 cents in there and got out. So, yeah, it's a toll booth joke. Somehow worse than what I was gonna say. I don't know. Speaking of cars, I'm autoerotic, which means I like to suck my own dick while I'm driving. Safer than texting and driving, funny enough. When I die, I think about death a lot. My dad was a mortician. When I die, I want to go peacefully like my grandpa did, falling asleep in your recliner, smoking a cigarette, not like his family, being burned alive in a natural gas explosion. It's not true, he didn't die. It was cancer. It was.
Oh my God.
It was cancer. Do you guys have dogs? Big dog people in here? Make some noise if you have a dog. Yeah, I got a dog. She's beautiful. She's a sweet little angel, but I take her out and she gets misgendered a lot. They're like, oh my God, he's so cute. What's his name? And I'm like, excuse me. Can't you see her big fucking greasy pussy flapping around back there? She's clearly a lady. Clearly. Are you a couple? Are you? No? Okay, any couples in the crowd? Are you a couple? Okay. Can I ask you a personal question? I'll be gentle. Okay. Does she ever call you daddy in bed? She ever called you daddy? Yeah? That feels good, right? Our fragile little egos love to hear it. But when I say yes, mother, when I suckle on your teats, when I make liquid sin in your little belly button, I'm some kind of fucking pervert, I guess. I don't know. I'll get out of here on this. I can tell when a woman has huge tits when I just look directly at them. Thanks.
All right, guys, you're next to me. And
The look on Sarah's face. Dude, you had a good theme. Like, I heard some of those before, but you just went straight for all the tits, pussy,
There was a
penis,
group
and
of like,
vagina.
yes, yeah, sticking with the Amelia Perez transgender theme. My dog is a woman. She gets misgendered.
Poor baby.
I know. There was a group of like a big group of old guys right in the front.
Old people love raunchy.
I know. And then the table where like that was next to my camera, they were like shocked. And then there was like a younger table.
You could tell they liked it. At the end, she was like, "Yo, that was raunchy as fuck."
I can't remember who went before me. I wish I could. It was a very different set than what I gave them.
You hit him. I think what you did with the Holland Tunnel was good.
I like
You, like,
the
shortened it up.
75 cents idea.
Yeah.
I just didn't like fully form a punchline. I just had 75 cents in my head.
Yeah.
And so I wish I had like chosen my wording a little
I
better,
think the
but
faster you deliver that,
that's
the
okay.
more like bait and switch and it's funnier. Because we
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about that last week and we
Yeah.
were saying that you make yourself the villain and that's why it never, that's probably the best response I've ever seen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, got a positive response.
Autoerotica classic. Excuse me. Grandpa joke is a bit of a trope. Have you ever heard the
Oh, that's a street joke.
peacefully
for sure.
my street? Okay, yeah, okay. Good, but it's still hilarious.
I just
Pussy.
that poor dog. I'm gonna be reborn and in my next life, and she's going to be a comedian, and she's gonna talk about my little red rocket. on
Yeah, you're gonna be
stage
a
and,
dog.
like, yeah,
Oh, do you think that happens? I was thinking about that the other day. If we like switch places,
I think so.
Um,
If you take the egg theory, that little short story, I can't remember who writes it ever, but yeah, you're like born into every possible life. You're
do you
like,
think you follow your people around though?
Well,
Because a lot of people say that. A lot of people say like your mom might be your kid.
Yeah, I've heard that too. You have like a soul group that you reincarnate with.
Big
and you
Greasy
all-
Pussy got deep. Sorry, yeah, the soul group. Soul do till I die.
It
You know
is
what's
deep.
you know what's funny about the soul group? That would mean that like Hitler and Eva Braun and Himmler like all they're like a bunch of skateboarders in Southern California right now
Yeah.
because it's their soul group.
Or next time they're in the camps.
No camps. Next time you do the yes mother liquid sin, can you say baby makes milk too?
Yes, I was thinking about that. Like, baby wants some milk. Like, yeah. Okay. R.I.P. David Lynch. I don't know if you like David
Yeah.
Lynch movies, but I've rewatched Blue Velvet after he died, and I forgot how fucking depraved that movie is. It's Dennis Hopper's character is a fucking
go
so
on.
uncomfortable, and his thing is like he like huffs laughing gas or something. He has like some tank with. He huffs gas and then he's like obsessed with this woman and he's like, baby wants to fuck, baby wants to squeeze him, baby wants to, and he just like does horrible things to this woman. He like kidnaps her husband and kid so he can just like control her life, and he's a psycho.
So I have a weird relationship with David Lynch. This is gonna expose me as such a poser. Well, it's not like I'm going around talking about how much I love the movie. I'm very uncultured. I exclusively know and appreciate David Lynch. Not from like he did Twin Peaks, right?
Yep.
Did a bunch of movies. I am very uncultured. I exclusively know him through short form content.
Oh,
And
like
interviews and stuff.
Yeah, he's great just as a person. He's very interesting. You don't have to like.
I have seen throughout my
his
life,
art.
he used to have this weird YouTube channel where he'd just like say the day. Do you remember that? Like maybe
No.
2011, 2012. He used to
That's
get on every day
hilarious.
and be like, good morning, it's August 28th at 6:42 a.m. The temperature is 38 degrees.
Just the time and temp with David Lynch.
Yeah.
See, that's like, oh,
I remember that. That
hilarious,
was probably
man.
my first exposure.
That's hilarious.
Did he do Frankenweenie?
I don't think so.
Okay. Why do you always ask who made Frankenweenie? Frankenweenie director. I don't know, man. Tim Burton.
Oh, okay.
I had Frankenweenie when I was a kid. Oh, that's the remake of Frankenweenie. I want to know the original Frankenweenie.
Oh, wow.
All right. Yeah, I had that one.
Story by Tim Burton.
Correct, directed by Tim. He did the original too, then he did a remake. Okay, yeah, I had the
Interesting.
1984 film. Okay, this is derailed, but yeah, like I've for whatever reason, even before he died, I've had a healthy YouTube stream of random David Lynch stuff throughout the years. Like
He did a movie, like, I think the last movie he did was a short film where it's kind of like a film noir where he's interviewing this monkey about,
oh yeah, I've seen clips of that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was so, I mean, it was like, it was good. I thought it was good. I think you would appreciate his.
rest in peace, King. I need to watch some of his actual stuff. I was like that with Woody Allen too. I had never. The only Woody Allen scene I had ever seen till well into my 30s was Radio Days.
I've never seen, I don't think I've ever watched Woody Allen.
I have a couple DVDs in this house. I was on a roll where Shane Minzy, shout out, was lending me DVDs.
He's a movie buff.
And then that just went bad. I need to get back on it and start watching those again because I really did enjoy the ones he sent me.
He's got good taste. He's got like a encyclopedic knowledge of like cinema. I would call him a cinema of.
Yeah, I just never I'd watch maybe 6 or 7 Woody Allen movies, and honestly, his wit, he's very fast wit. His stories are good. You kind of just don't see movies like that anymore. There's not like the plots of all his movies just kind of go wherever.
Didn't he marry his daughter?
Okay, so we're gonna have Shane on to talk about this. It's more complicated than that, is what I hear.
Okay. It's never that simple.
It's never. What is a daughter? What is a wife? Are
Got
they
down
not
on
all?
one knee.
It's one soul
proposed.
group. But
It's one soul group, and all of his other soulmates died. It was just him and his daughter left. So, yeah.
please tell me your microphone's been on this entire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, good set. You had them rolling. Good momentum. You kept the same energy the whole time. Do you still watch Kill Tony? Is that as popular as it used to be?
I haven't been. I like to watch it for. Well, I don't know. Tony's insufferable, obviously, but like. I don't really think he's that fun. I do appreciate he has like a wit and he can like kind of turn everything into a punchline. And so I do appreciate that about him. I just don't. He's like. He would probably not be fun to watch comedy with, kind of. But I don't know. Like, why? Well, why do you ask?
Oh, I don't know. That's how this whole day came about because we had Tickle Nick.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I just haven't seen you watching it lately.
I used to try to watch it every week just to like, because they would like. He always it's a week behind when it gets released. They wait a week, so he'll comment on like current event stuff, but it's like a week delayed. But it's usually the comments are like as it happened. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
Well, all right. Good set.
Thank you.
What is hack? Baby makes milk too. Don't let that.
Oh, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about.
So gross.
The one lady, you can see it. She just like
I know,
covered
she's
her
like-
ears.
It's just like I'm out. All right. All right.
What do you got cooked up
We'll let
here?
this go off the rails. I might have to fast forward this because I caught some of someone else's. I want to see what Sarah has to say. Okay. I won't catch.
Looks like Mark Myers.
I'm starting at 45.
Hell yeah, that microphone pass off. That's what I like to see. All right, guys, I've got 2 announcements. First of all, look at my earrings. Maddie Stansig just gave them to me. She's hosting all weekend, guys. Yes! Buy her art. All right, second announcement, there is going to be a host battle happening in October. So if any of you guys want the chance to win that competition, I would send in a 5-minute audition tape to the Comedy Club's email before September 9th. But besides that, let's give it up for your bartender, the guy making your drinks, Dennis Cheney!
All right, pause. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we did get a good ad in there for Maddie. So Maddie, if you get a bump in sales, it's the MKUSUAL bump, baby.
Use code MKUSUAL10 for 10% off all of Maddie's merch.
And a free giant cigarette. Crocheted. All right, I'm a little nervous. I do not remember the set at all. Go.
Yay! I wanted to stand, and he took that opportunity away from me. I won the last host battle 3 years ago. It ruined my life. Don't do it! Okay, I just want to talk about 2 things. So, first of all, did anyone today hear about the gay penguin that died? Did anyone hear about the gay penguin that died? It's not a joke, there's a gay... Okay, so in Australia, in the Sydney Zoo, there's a famous penguin couple named Spin and Magic. And they were famous because they were gay. They were like, I think they were like prison gay. I don't think they were like gay. They were famous for like raising a bunch of eggs together in the zoo, and Spin died. So I'm like all day I'm thinking about this, right? Like I want to know, how could a penguin be gay? What's up with that? Okay, so I Googled what everyone's wondering. This is from Kiora. I didn't want to know this. Every penguin, male or female, has what's called a cloaca. This is a single external hole that connects to the urethra, the rectum, and the reproductive tract. No, penguins don't have dicks, is what I'm saying. No matter what sex a penguin is, penguin intercourse always involves the 2 penguins bringing and rubbing the cloaca together. So, gay scissoring penguins, is what I'm saying. Every penguin scissors. Including the guys. This is fucking wild. I know, can you fucking believe this? This makes me think about Batman a lot different. Like when I see the penguin, anyway. I just want to do one test. This is my second thing, speaking of animals. By applause, how many people in here remember the show Flipper? Okay. How many people don't remember Flipper? First of all, so anyone my age or older is like, what? You don't remember Flipper? I'll explain Flipper to you. Flipper was a dolphin. It's like Lassie, but with a dolphin. It was on before my mom was born, but I have always considered it culturally significant, because it's just this big famous old TV show. But I'm slowly learning. 2 times this week I brought up Flipper, and people, how old are you guys? 23? Okay, so what I'm learning is that these kids don't know what Flipper is. And it's pissing me off because what happens is, and now I'm doing it on stage, is it makes me look like an old person. Because they're like, what are you talking about? What's Flipper? And I'm like, it's like Lassie with the dolphin. They're like, when was that? And I'm like, 1964. And they're like, how old are you? And I'm 38. I mean, this comes from before my time. Like Elvis died before I was born, but I know who Elvis is. Okay, so then I'm like, it bothers me that you don't know what Flipper is. So then I got to make 100% sure you don't know. So then I go, remember Flipper, faster than lightning, which makes me look like a psychopath. Because the Flipper theme song sounds like you're making up the Flipper theme song off the top of your fucking head. And I'm like, smarter than the guy, Flipper, Flipper. So then people are like, why is this bothering you so much? I think you're making up a whole sitcom, including this little thing. And then I get out my phone. This happened to me and one of my, last year. I had a girlfriend who didn't know what Flipper was. And I took out my phone and I put an episode of Flipper on fucking YouTube. And it goes, Flipper, Flipper, faster than lightning. And she was like a little autistic. So she goes, no, he's not. And then I'm like making her watch Flipper. And then she's like, this show sucks. I'm like, I know it sucks. And then she's like, then why do you care so much that I know about this show that was on 20 years ago before you were born that sucks? But it bothers me. I feel like kids born after the internet don't know anything.
Hell yeah. And give it up for one of those kids, Logan Hansen.
Okay, interesting. I'm really glad I picked that out of the blue. I would have completely forgot about that Flipper thing, and I would love to turn that into something real.
That's yeah. Because you're like on the cusp of.
There's something there that I really like.
There's, yeah.
That was more of a rant. I was going around. You probably remember that week. I was all about Flipper that week. I was asking everybody about Flipper.
I think I do remember you asking me about Flipper.
It just blew my mind.
He used to like kill sharks. He would like swim into the side of them.
Would he?
Yeah. I remember an episode where he like fought a shark and killed it. I was like trying to.
Flipper has a gun episode. So that was a half-baked set, but I'm really glad I picked it because I'm going to go back and work on that Flipper thing. That's going to be one of the first things I work on when I get back out there.
I appreciated your encyclopedic knowledge of penguin cloacas.
I wrote it. That really was from Kiora, but I wrote it on a piece of paper to look more crazy. Cloaca, is that what it's called?
What was the... Well, I don't know. That's
Spin and magic. I should have said, are we sure they're gay or we just made them gay by naming them that?
I thought you said one of them was named Sin.
Oh.
I was like, so the penguins are way more
Sodom and
sentient.
Gomorrah. Animal jokes. I really, yeah, I'm gonna.
Didn't like Flipper? Wasn't he like really depressed? The dolphin. That
I'm
played
sure
Flipper
he
was,
was.
like, forced to perform and.
Dude, that's odd. Like everything at SeaWorld just swims in circles, losing its mind. They're in animal jail.
Right. And then they like don't get fed if they don't fucking get up on the thing and splash people and clap their fins and shit.
Zoos make me so sad. I was watching videos. I got a video yesterday. I was getting ready to eat dinner, and then I went down a huge rabbit hole. I got a video yesterday about a bear cub and a tiger cub who were friends in a zoo.
Gay friends?
They were, yeah, we'll never know.
Uh-oh.
Well, this made me think like maybe it was fake, because what happened was I got this video about this bear cub and this lion cub, or the tiger cub, and they grew up together. And it's just somebody narrating the story, and then they, at one point, when they were getting bigger, they went, okay, it's really cute that they became friends, but like, do we really want to have them live together as adults? Because like one of them could like kill the other one, and that'd be like horrific. So they separate them when they got older, and then the tiger and the bear both got so depressed that they like refused to eat.
That's sad.
So the zoo just said, fuck it, we'll put them back together. And then they were so happy, and they were doing their little, it's an animal odd couple story. You get 2 or 3 a year. You get maybe one good animal odd couple story a year. But it didn't say where the zoo was. It didn't say, okay, so I saw this video.
Was it the dodo?
The dodo. I don't.
They do a lot of those kinds of stories.
I love a good animal odd couple story. But anyway, I went down a rabbit hole because I saw this video, then you know how the algorithm works. Now it's like, this motherfucker, he wants animal odd couples. So it started showing me a bunch of animal odd couple videos. So I got dachshund and lion.
Okay.
I got another bear and tiger, which might have been the same bear and tiger, but there was 2 bears for some reason in this story.
Okay.
And then I got videos of like things riding alligators,
Okay. There's a
bunnies on a sheep.
capybaras. You familiar with them?
Oh yeah, they'll chill with anything. I got some capybara content, but it's just the algorithm was just like, I got you, motherfucker. I got all your Animal Odd Couple stories.
Imagine you would have to like go years and years, and then like your friend who has all his grandpa's old National Geographics tells you about, you know, you like meet a guy who has a bunch of, you've heard of like 2 Animal Odd Couple stories, then you meet a guy who has like 5 new ones.
That wouldn't be a bad museum. Well, I don't know. Maybe it would be a bad museum. Yeah, well, I guess my point in the story was I started to care less and less the more that I saw. Like, because a couple of the ones, the dachshund and lion, it was the exact same story. When the lion got to a certain size, they took the dachshunds away. And then they wouldn't eat. The lion wouldn't eat. And so then I started thinking, like, is this shit fake? Like, the first one made me want to cry. Like, I was like, oh, that poor bear.
Well, so they all survived?
Then I don't know. I don't even know if this is fucking real or if it's just B-roll footage they have. I gotta Google dachshund and lion friend.
It's B-roll footage with no sound, and you just, the audio would be like, get him out of the cage, he's gonna eat him.
Oh, okay, it's real. Bone Digger the lion. Yeah, the lion had, that makes it even sadder. The lion had a bone disease when it was born, which is why they gave him a dachshund friend. Because he had to be separated from the other lions.
Yeah. Bone Digger.
Look at the dachshunds eating fresh meat with their lion friend.
That's cool.
Look up Bone Digger the lion and his dachshund pals. I want to know if Bone Digger is still alive. Is Bone Digger the lion still alive? Or did he eat his dachshund friends? Oh, Bone Digger lion. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Joe Exotic, to the Tiger King, posted on Twitter that Bone Digger died due to Jeff Lowe's negligence. So this probably wasn't in a real zoo.
Oh. That would make sense, because they wouldn't just have dachshunds at a zoo. Yeah, this is some guy's backyard.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my God, is that Joe Exotic?
Looks like a young Joe Exotic.
Yeah, it is. Exotic pets. Oh my God, the story goes deeper. You know, there's a big cat sanctuary in Lewisburg, Kansas, and that lady claims to have known Joe.
It's probably a pretty small community.
It probably is. Yeah, there's probably like 10 of these fuckers.
That's wild. How far away is Lewisburg?
30 minutes. 35 minutes.
We should do a MKUSUAL on the street episode.
Interview some. I've always refused to go. I went to high school down the street from this place, and I never went.
Okay.
I'm the only person in my family's never went because I don't trust. It's like, okay, I get it. I've seen tigers in the zoo. Kind of bums me out. Maybe we should go. What's that? Uh-oh. World famous Bone Digger the lion. The story keeps getting blindsides and takes down his double amputee trainer.
I just wanted you to see that.
The lion famous for his 3 wiener dog playmates blindsides double amputee trainer.
Well, I mean,
I wonder why the guy's a double amputee. I mean, do I even have to Google it? Google AI will know. His left leg being sawed off. What? Anyway, this went way far afield. There's a whole world there. But anyway, I don't know how we got there.
Odd Couples.
Flipper.
Animal Odd Couples. Do you remember was there a plot of Flipper, or was it like,
I don't know.
was it literally a sitcom, or like every episode was like, they can only avoid disasters in the ocean because Flipper can help him. Like everything bad that happens
Yeah,
on land,
sitcoms
Flipper
are
has
wrong.
to just watch.
Yeah, I think it's about people getting divorced, but then Flipper's
Yeah.
just there. I think it was very much like last. I've never watched it since I was a kid,
Okay.
but I do remember them being just like it was on Nick at Night. It'd be shit like I'm sure someone falls in the water and Flipper has to save them. Or,
There wasn't like a oil rig and he's like defeating the oil company by sabotaging or like.
Lots of Flipper episodes. List of Flipper episodes.
3 seasons? I thought it was longer.
Season 1, Episode 1. Victim of a shark attack out to sea needs an immediate blood transfusion. Flipper retrieves the plasma from the bottom of the sea when it's dropped from a helicopter. Jump in the Shark, Episode 1. Sandy and Bud. Episode 2. Discover a bullet-riddled car at the bottom of the bay. When criminals try to blow up the car with the boys trapped inside. Jesus. Flipper comes to the rescue and the criminals are taken by police. Oh my God. Episode 3. Dr. Rockwell, a visiting scientist, is stung by a poisonous scorpionfish while doing research. Flipper leads Porter to Dr. Rockwell's sub, and the man is saved.
This is way crazier than I remember.
Episode 4.
These are all like terrorist plots.
I know. Bud thinks his life will change drastically if his father marries. He gets in trouble during a storm at sea and is rescued by his father's girlfriend. So that one, Flipper, must just be an ancillary. 5. A troubled teen from New York causes concern for the Ricks family. The boy's stepfather rescues him from a sunken vessel. Why is everybody trapped in sunken vessels? Episode 6. A dishonest fisherman lures Flipper from the preserve and wants to sell him to a circus. I think I remember this one. The Rickses come to his rescue. Episode 7. Porter searches for lobster poachers on the preserve and is given some assistance by an old marine carpenter named Hap. Andy Devine's first of 5 appearances as Hap Gorman. Okay. I'm just going to read a couple more. 8. Flipper is believed to have eaten a valuable research specimen and is slated to be cut open to retrieve it. The boys, meanwhile, find the fish on the boat of a thief. Episode 9, Jesus. A ventriloquist wants to use Flipper in a circus act. He changes his mind when he realizes how deeply the boys love Flipper. Episode 10, an elderly Greek sponge diver who claims Flipper is the reincarnation of his late brother is caught poaching on the preserve. Oh my God. Episode 11, paralyzed water skier puts herself in the path of a hurricane. Episode 12, Congresswoman Helene Browning takes a tour of the park to decide if it should be closed down. Other guests. What the fuck? 14, a gambler heavily in debt concocts a dangerous scheme, inadvertently manning a boat rigged to explode. This is an odd one. I wouldn't mind watching this one to see how Flipper's involved. 2 thieves hold the boys hostage while robbing a boat in the park. Episode 16, Flipper's bank account. On Sandy's birthday, a worthless old coin that Flipper brings to Bud sets off a huge treasure hunt in the park. Okay, all right. Flipper saves a woman. Oh, sharks invade the park. Flipper finds money in a shipwreck and gives it to Bud, who promptly goes on a spending spree. The trouble is the bills are counterfeit. They were running out of ideas in fucking season 1. They're like, dolphins, man. I got a million ideas. He finds treasure again in the very next... In 4 episodes, Flipper finds treasure 3 times. On a sunken Spanish ship. What the fuck? Dude, maybe I should be watching Flipper.
Should see if it's like on a streaming service.
I bet it's on YouTube. It's so old. Or it's on one of those free. Yeah, you're probably right. Flipper is starstruck when a film company arrives in the park to shoot an aquatic monster, the creature from the Black Lagoon. What?
Flipper falls in love with the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Flipper and the mermaid. Flipper's not happy with the new lady scientist who seems to have taken over the park. She intends to take Flipper away. All right. Flipper's in grave danger when he gets trapped in a net.
This is like a,
Flipper's injured in an explosion.
also, this is just a park. This is like a park where all of this stuff is happening.
After a mishap with a NASA space rocket and a missing probe with classified information,
1965.
Flippers helped to search for it.
Yeah, where's the Coast Guard? They should be. They shouldn't leave all this up to a dolphin.
This is so much for a dolphin to do. There's another shark breakout in episode 44.
What's the like theory that Jaws was communism and it was like an allegory for communism or something?
I'd never heard that.
So this might be more anti-communist propaganda.
When the Rixes are ready to give up on ever seeing Flipper again, Bud gets trapped in an underwater cave.
Rix's sounds like an old-timey disease. Bad case of the Rixes.
Uh-oh, they get trapped in a shark cage. Yeah, that went down a fucking Flipper. I'm just obsessing over Flipper. Let's see what the last season of Flipper had in store. It has to be even fucking crazier.
What's the last episode?
What's the last episode of Flipper? Flipper and the Whitman's dog try to get help to the two lost children stranded on a deserted island. Meanwhile, Sandy and Bud each prepare to leave Coral Key and will be saying goodbye to their beloved dolphin friend.
Aww.
A new family, the Whitmans, move to the park. There's trouble brewing when Captain Flint, a talking parrot, gets loose on a raft and floats right into the area where an explosion is about to happen. It's just Flipper saving people from explosions. Oh, man. That's great. I was getting a fuck ton of old, the Hulk. I think I mentioned this in another episode. The old Hulk thing with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go down a Flipper. Now that I've read this, my algorithm's going to give me Flipper stuff. What? When a rich woman is feeding sardines to Flipper, she drops her diamond bracelet and Flipper's accused of eating it. He's again in danger of being cut open.
Cut him open!
After showing off, Flipper is stolen by some men trying to make movies involving attack of alligators. They want Flipper to be the star. So Flipper's either getting stolen by circus people, he's saving people trapped at the bottom of the ocean, he's stopping explosions, or they lose something valuable and think they have to cut Flipper open. That's pretty much Flipper in a nutshell.
I like how through all that, like, he finds all this treasure and, like, this would not... The people who are like...
Oh, yeah, or he finds hidden treasure like 5 times.
The people who like are friends with Flipper in real... If this were real life, they would have just exploited him to steal people's jewelry and...
I totally
and
wouldn't
NASA
exploit
secrets
Flipper.
and find treasure for him. Or just give him extra sardines.
I like that he's starstruck by the creature of the Black Lagoon. All right, thanks for tuning in. This should have been a Sunday buffet episode where we recap every Flipper.
Well, we can do that tomorrow. We could watch a Flipper.
Just gonna watch 6 hours of Flipper. All right, we love you.
We love you.